Eating to numb the pain. That is the topic I'm going to channel on. I'm Joy. I'm a channel, and you can learn more about how I help others through remote sessions at highvibeswithjoy.com. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and connect in. I would love to connect in to divine source energy for my highest good and the highest good of everyone watching at all times. Welcome in, Joy. Welcome in, persons of the world. We are delighted to be in your presence as you are in ours. There's much stigma and shame attached to this emotional eating debacle, yes? Or what this really boils down to is eating to numb the pain. It is not always in your conscious awareness. It is sometimes deep rooted at a subconscious level. If you have not pushed it forward and observed it, looked at it, sorted it out, you might not even understand this process, this loop that you have been repeating, this pattern of eating for comfort, for it might seem much easier to not to deal with emotional pain. But understand there is much bubbling under the surface. It is like brushing sand onto a pile of oil. Well, it will seep through. Okay. So it looks like there's a pause here for processing on um, the part of recipients who are digesting this material. Understand Joy is available for questions and comments that may arise. So keep a notepad close by as you are viewing this video. If you choose to have a personal conversation with us, the divine, we are we will observe your current vibration and assist you along your path. We will provide tools that will assist you with your emotional healing. Mm. What we are providing in this video is the framework, background. So you may gain a depth of understanding about this pattern, this behavior that is widespread. This is observed. It looks like it can be a learned behavior. A child watches their parent as they are being raised up in the household. They take on this soothing behavior We do not mention this to shame a parent. We're pointing out that if you are grappling with this to to figure out the root cause, this may provide some insight. For there are receptors in the brain, feel good sensations that are delivered quite quickly in consuming foods of the salty variety, the sweet, satiating. It looks like there's comfort foods here that remind some of us of um, good memories, good experiences. Looks like there are um, traditions, family traditions, where we always eat a lot to where we have to unbutton our pants, and this is family bonding. There are many reasons for this. You may jot down some of your own if this is helpful to you. This is for observational purposes only. There is no shaming, no blaming, no guilt. Have compassion on yourself. We ask this of you. This is our expectation. Just like you would have compassion on a 5-year-old child standing in front of you. Well, this 5-year-old child standing in front of you is you. Match up with this vibration. Be compassionate with yourself the same way you would with the 5-year-old you. We are teaching you some inner child work concepts at this point in time. Hmm. We would also like you to be cognizant of how much time you are able to spend on this subject without going too deep in and feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you don't watch this entire video in one sitting. It's okay. Be gentle with yourself and go at your own pace. You are worthy of this. Grant this to yourself. Mm, okay. I'm seeing a visual of somebody floating. Okay, so when you are feeling in a low place, this is a low vibration, a low vibratory stance. Let's do a little investigation. It they're showing like two figures. They almost look like puzzle pieces, and they're not able to match up. Um it means you are misaligned, all of my dears. You are not matched up with your higher self here. This is why you are feeling in a low vibratory stance. Let yourself float. Be easy with yourself while you are able to rise up. Feel good. Let yourself rise up into a high vibratory stance. This is different for all persons. Please do not compare yourself to another. Please do not compare yourself to yourself. Maybe 2 weeks ago, you were able to complete this exercise with no hesitation. Today, you might be struggling. Show compassion on yourself, just like you would with your 5-year-old self. Okay, so there are people, as they're watching this, they're thinking, I don't know how to be patient with my 5-year-old self. Okay, so we're going to give you some simple ways to rise up to this. Please open your energy to allow this. Feel yourself in your body right now. Show appreciation for yourself. Let yourself feel the feelings of being proud of yourself. Not for any specific reason, because you are. I am proud of me because I am me. Breathe this in. You may write this on a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror. I am proud of me because I am me. Okay. Looks like some things will come up. But this, but that. Gently let it glide off of you. I am proud of me because I am me. If it helps, you may place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a couple breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. This is a way to become centered, to become grounded. Practice this. You're building up to unconditional love for self. This is a consistency. What is this? An exercise built off of consistency. It's cumulative. It is not a one and done. It is not a black and white. It is not a one size fits all. Okay. I feel almost like my body, which is mirroring the viewer's body, is like split open, split in half and open. There is an energetic exchange occurring. Open yourself up to allow this into your experience. You are worth the effort it will take to sort through your emotions. You are worthy of this. You are deserving. I am deserving. I am valuable. I am worthy. Breathe these words to life. This is an exercise practice that you can perform at any time. You may even do this under high stressful situations in the workplace. You may excuse yourself to go into the lavatory and you may think this to yourself. Call upon your angels for help in balancing your vibration. Okay, so I'm being shown in the physical aspect that when um, people are in um, a loop, so if you've been eating junk food, um, they're showing junk food for me would be going to Burger King and getting an Impossible Whopper and fries. Um, so they're using me as an example. Okay, so when I do that and I make a habit of it, my brain is set in a mode of a craving. So it's craving that high salt. It's craving the texture of those foods. So if I'm in a habit of doing that consistently, um, it also wreaks havoc on my metabolic systems system. Um, and I am lacking in energy. And my taste buds are deceived. So when I decide I want to choose a healthy food, it won't be as satisfying, as nurturing, because my brain has been tricked with these processed foods. Okay, so they're saying this is a loop you can be in that is separate from feeling a feeling and craving a food because you want to feel better. So be patient with yourself if you are trying to back out of this pattern, this habit. This is not an all or nothing. So it looks like you can I see somebody choosing to be active. They're doing some exercising and they're focusing on healthy foods. And then, okay, so then they had stress. They had a stressful day at work. Okay, they're craving the comfort food because it makes them feel better. Okay, but even before they are done with their meal, they already feel bad. So they can feel how their physical body is responding to the foods. Um, okay, they want me to explain for me. Um, when I'm eating a very high sodium meal like the Burger King, um, I can almost feel my heart changing. Like all that salt, like I'm very sensitive to it and I can feel it before I'm even done consuming the meal. And then I feel like ugh, like lazy, bloated, like I just want to ugh. Okay. And then of course you don't feel like exercising. Okay. Okay, and then they're showing that if I'm doing that consistently, then when I go back to eating my cucumbers, my hummus, my tomatoes, olives, that it's not as satisfying for me because my body is used to that salt. Okay, there's also hormone fluctuations that can cause um, different people to have craving at different parts of the month. Um, they're being quite comical right now, and I can relate to this because I've done this where I'm like, I'm gonna kill someone if I don't get chocolate. Or I've done that with like burritos too. I'm like, I'm getting a burrito. Okay, and then if somebody I'm hearing ghrelin, I think it's ghrelin. Something with sleep, they're saying. Um, so if you did not get enough sleep the previous night, your hunger hormones are kind of out of whack. So that can cause difficulties as well. There are many factors in play here. We will repeat this again. Be gentle with yourself. Show compassion unto yourself. So if it's a couple that is trying to focus on eating healthy for the new year, they want to do this together. It's very important to not be dependent on let's see here. Okay. So they can be their cheerleaders, but really your cheerleader is yourself. So you're not depending on your partner to build you up because when your partner is feeling in a low vibration and they can't support your needs, well, you need to be able to go within and be your own strength. Have your own connection into divine source. You are not checking in with another. You are not relying on them to keep you on track. You are doing this for you. So if one member of the partnership is um, feeling low, you may mirror this compassion you feel for yourself for them as well. But you are not their source. They must look within to find their own light, their own source. Show compassion for your partner while he or she is able to balance. Gently remind him or her of their own light as well. You can learn together. You can encourage each other in this way as well. Looks like this could also be mother daughter, many scenarios here. Friends. Okay. Mm. So it looks like there's some journaling that would be useful here. So when you are just like, I'm getting a burrito. Um, and if you're set on it, purchase the burrito. Okay, so it would be helpful if you could jot down what you're feeling as you made the decision to get the burrito. Jot it down. Most of the time, this will happen afterwards. Think back to how you were feeling when you made this choice. Write it down. Why do you think you made this choice? This could have been, they're showing the hormones, they're showing sleep, um, and then they're showing stress. Yeah, stress a couple different ways. Work, fighting with a partner, um, feeling bad about one's body. Okay, so there's no shame involved in this. Have compassion upon yourself. Go as far as you can with writing down what you think caused this or how you felt. And write how you are feeling now. Okay, so it's best to get this down on paper. There's something about writing it in your own handwriting versus typing it. It is more personal. And it's best to write it down rather than be in your mind about it because the mind can get caught in a loop like a hamster wheel and play tricks on you. So when you are able to write it down on paper, it is as if you are laying it all out on a table. It is separate from you. It is as if you are pulling it out energetically and holding it, observing upon it that it is separate from you. You are not carrying it with you. You are gently observing it. And this is also a written record. Remember, the brain goes into protection mode. So even if you are trying to make a change that is healthy and out of unhealthy choices that have been a habit, a pattern, the brain goes, danger, danger. It is an alert and it is something is different. And your brain goes into protection mode and wants to keep everything the same on track. It doesn't know the difference here. It doesn't know you are improving. Sometimes you need to ask your brain to sit down nicely and shush. Hmm. Now, your brain is up here. Let's sink down into your heart space, your heart center. Let's connect in with your soul. You may go into a meditative state with some deep breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Your intention might be that you are being compassionate with yourself as you, what is this? Sort through. So they're showing you're kind of like swimming through this little obstacle course, and you're being gentle and compassionate with yourself as you're um, being shown what you are working through. And as you are being compassionate with yourself, your vibration is able to rise and you are able to feel better. This will not be completed in one go around. This will be tracked consistently. It will be different for each. Having this written um, dialogue, this written dialogue that you can place in your hands. This is a notebook of sorts, a journal. You will feel more in control of your situation because you have it here. And you are not in this loop wondering why you're still wrestling with this. You have it here. You can observe upon. You are making progress just by writing out, making the attempt, and showing yourself compassion in the process. You will begin to feel better even if you don't think you resolved any problems. There were no resolutions. This we promise you. Okay, so it looks like as you're starting to feel better because you're having compassion on yourself and you feel in control of the situation because you have it outs outside of yourself energetically. And in this book of your personal writings, you will not be looking at it eye to eye down here at a low level. You will rise and be able to look at it from a different perspective and feel relief about it. This is a new pattern that will continue to develop. New neural pathways will be formed with the consistency of this new pattern. You are seeing some light at the end of the tunnel now, yes? We would like to conclude with this. There will be more. This will be part one of eating to numb the pain. Thank you for your attention. We are appreciative of Joy for translating our vibration into words. With this, we will bid you farewell. Oh, I hope that helped. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions.